respondents hearing were brought before this court on 10th of January by this listening application by which the applicant, Dr. Joseph Uhuru from DCI Central, seeks orders for the respondents to be detained in custody for a period of 7 days to enable him to complete investigations. According to the supporting affidavit, the respondents and the submissions by the investigating officer, the respondents were arrested on 9th of January and they booked at Central Police Station at 14:33 hours. The said suspects were arrested on attempted robbery violence charges, and therefore he needed time to record statements from witnesses, to obtain ICT3 footages, bank statements, NTSA data, and armed records before preferring charges. The application was opposed by counsel for the respondents, who submitted that no good reason had been given to warrant the grant of the orders. Submitted that it had not been demonstrated that the respondents were either a flight risk or were likely to interfere with witnesses. It was also submitted by the respondents' counsel that the respondents are serving police officers and were not a flight risk. The respondents also admitted that they were not in a position to interfere with the exhibits or documents which had not been obtained. The respondents urged, the respondents' counsel relied on the case of Michael Rotich versus the Republic. The court has considered the application, the affidavit by the investigating officer in support of the application, the submission by the investigating officer, and the submissions by counsel for the respondents. Article 49(1)H of the Constitution provides that an arrested person has the right to be released unless there are compelling reasons given. And the issue for determination is whether the reasons given by the investigating officer herein, Dr. Joseph Uhuru, are compelling reasons, or whether there are justifiable reasons for the continued detention of the respondents. In his submissions, in response to the objection by the defense, the investigating officer submitted that there was fear that the respondents, who are police officers, would intimidate the complainant and other witnesses who had not recorded statements. In the case of the Republic versus Mtuku Nyauta, it was held on the issue of interference with witnesses, that it must be demonstrated or shown that the accused is in such close family, filial or other relationship which creates an environment of control and influence of the witnesses by the accused person, such as to interfere with the ability of the witnesses to give evidence. In this matter, the investigating officer narrated to the court the circumstances leading to the arrest of the respondents. The complainant was allegedly confronted by the respondents after withdrawing cash from a bank for operations in the forex bureau within CBD in an attempt to steal the said money. But the attempted robbery was thwarted and the respondents pretended to have come on board to rescue the victim, that is complainant. They arrested him and purported to be escorting him to DCI and later released him after asking for a bribe. My view is that in the circumstances of the case, the arrest at that juncture for investigation purposes to be carried out was justified to that extent only. I'm convinced that the relationship between the respondents and the complainant is such that the respondents being police officers and the complainant's place of business being known exposed him to possible threats, especially considering that he had not recorded his initial statement as at the time of arrest of the suspects. And if released, they may interfere. The complainant is likely to be threatened, and this may interfere with the intended investigations. It is therefore necessary to consider this and allow time to the investigating officer for the complainant to record a statement, considering that the respondents were arrested almost in the course of the alleged offense. The investigating officer also submitted that he needed time to obtain ICT3 footages, bank statements, NTSA data, and arms records. My view, however, is that to acquire the above, it does not require a warrant, the custody of the respondents. All these items are not in control of the respondents, and they can be acquired intact even if the respondents are not in custody. So for the above reasons, the court finds only one justifiable reason to have the suspects or respondents demanded in custody. I find that a one-day custodial period is sufficient for purposes of the investigating officer to get the statement of the complainant. The rest of the investigations could be completed even when the respondents are out on bond. So for that reason, the respondent will be remanded in custody for 1 day. We will mention this matter on 13th of this month.
You're able to get all the information that you need. Your Honor, I make this application